People who eat lots of ultra-processed foods, UPF, may be at greater risk of dying early, a study in 8 countries including the UK and the US suggests. Processed meats, biscuits, fizzy drinks, ice cream and some breakfast cereals are examples of UPF, which are becoming increasingly common in diets worldwide. UPFs tend to contain more than 5 ingredients, which are not usually found in home cooking, such as additives, sweeteners and chemicals to improve the food's texture or appearance. Some experts say it's not known why UPFs are linked to poor health. There is little evidence it's down to the processing itself and could be because these foods contain high levels of fat, salt and sugar. Artificial ingredients. The researchers behind the study, published in the American Journal of Preventive Medicine, External, looked at previous research to estimate the impact of ultra-processed food intake on mortality. The study cannot definitively prove that UPFs caused any premature deaths. This is because the amount of ultra-processed foods in someone's diet is also linked to their overall diet, exercise levels, wider lifestyle and wealth, which can all also affect health. The studies looked at surveys of people's diets and at data on deaths from 8 countries: Australia, Brazil, Canada, Chile, Colombia, Mexico, UK and US. The report estimates that in the UK and the US, where UPFs account for more than half of calorie intake, 14% of early deaths could be linked to the harms they cause. In countries such as Colombia and Brazil, where UPF intake is much lower, less than 20% of calorie intake, the study estimated these foods are linked to around 4% of premature deaths. Lead study author Dr. Eduardo Nilsson, from Brazil, said UPFs affected health because of the changes in the foods during industrial processing and the use of artificial ingredients, including colorants, artificial flavors and sweeteners, emulsifiers, and many other additives and processing aids. By their calculations, in the US in 2018, there were 124,000 premature deaths due to the consumption of ultra-processed food. In the UK, nearly 18,000. The study says governments should update their dietary advice to urge people to cut back on these foods. But the UK government's expert panel on nutrition recently said there wasn't any strong evidence of a link between the way food is processed and poor health. What is ultra-processed food? There is no one definition that everyone agrees on, but the NOVA classification, External, is often used. Examples include cakes, pastries and biscuits, crisps, supermarket bread, sausages, burgers, hot dogs, instant soups, noodles and desserts, chicken nuggets, fish fingers, fruit yogurts,